Hey, hey.
Hello, we're back once more. And we actually had to skip a couple, so we are now at Bot Race Ranch if you're following the order. And this is a monster raising and racing game made for this game jam, and your bots each have their own mood and stats. You are going to assemble them together to create speedy vehicles and race for prizes. So, without further ado, let's take a look at Bot Race Ranch.
I mean, I remember seeing a little bit of this when there was some stuff posted in the server. I was like, what is this going to be like? And now we have actual characters. So
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
yeah, they grow every week. Got it.
These guys might be cute. That's a good one.
This feels like an ad. Like
It's a good one though. Like I'm being sold on the mechanics.
right. Oh man. Oh wow.
I like that anime. That was great. I love that. Ah, so cute.
Physics at work.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, we are
That's
here
funny.
with the lead developer, creator of this game. Tell us a little bit about your initial concept. I know a lot of us saw the initial concept and what was going on in the chat, but what was your inspiration? Like, how did you get this concept going?
Yeah, so um, I started off looking into some of the resources that were posted when the jam started, and there's a really interesting one that was talking about like decolonizing games and like what it means for your game to even have like colonial values. And that it was really interesting to me, especially because I love monster taming, like monster catching games, Pokemon, like all these types of games, right? And so I was like, how can I take that type of concept and make it a little bit less like weird with the power dynamics and stuff like that? And so I eventually landed on the idea of like kind of giving giving the creatures their own like control of themselves and like it kind of being more of a physics challenge to organize them and assemble them together. And that's what this game is.
That's amazing.
Oh.
I loved how you put together that trailer. Could you talk a little bit about pushing that trailer together? Because I love the structure of it. It was not just gameplay, but kind of some commentary on the game itself.
Yeah, well, I've I did a lot of job hunting recently, and one of the things that I've done like with my portfolio is I put together these like GIFs that were basically they felt like ads, like Instagram or like TikTok ads, for my work. And so I've kind of gotten into the habit of just like using that formula, kind of like making it like a yeah, like an ad you would see. So that's kind of how it is. It's kind of supposed to introduce all the features, and make it look fun and quick.
I
Hmm.
love that. That was great. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, I'm curious because there was a lot of intricate animations and stuff like that. For you, what did you find was like the biggest challenge? I think you were talking a little bit about, obvious time constraint stuff, but what were some things that you feel like you had to overcome during this month?
Yeah, I mean, I really had to be kind of as efficient as I could be with this project because of how little time I had to devote to it. So, I would say one of the biggest challenges was just trying to make it like look good, considering that I'm like not an artist. I don't have like good art pipeline. Um, I ended up trying to, especially like since I want such a large breadth of like these characters, little monsters you can have. I had to learn some like procedural art things that were wonky at first and like challenging to put in, but they paid off really well
Oh.
because it was really efficient to like make lots of stuff after that.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good process.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to talk more about some of those learnings because however you can make things go faster, right, for your process and still achieve what you want to achieve. Those are good notes. Are they also the characters? They move on their own, right? Like that's AI, like them walking.
Yeah.
On their
Yeah, they have some AI that makes them kind of wander around, and then
Mm,
when they're racing, there's also a little some code they use to like steer themselves so they
they steer
go
themselves.
straight along the
Okay.
path. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Fascinating. Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, a lot of like stuff that's I feel like there's more to do with this idea of like their own self-awareness and like their own like choice choices that they decide to engage in, even
Yeah,
though they're doing this specific thing on this ranch, but there's like other things that other variables that are uncontrollable by someone else, that they'll just
right.
do, and expanding on what that could even look like. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, one of my favorite, like one of the biggest inspirations for this game is Monster Rancher, which is
Mm,
obviously a similar name.
old school.
And that series, like there's a lot of state that like lives inside of the monster. Like it might just be sad today, or it might just be feeling lazy and it just doesn't want to do things. And like I did put like moods on them and stuff, and I really wanted to play with the idea of like they're not just here to like do what you tell them to do. You have to make like they want to have a good life and they want to do what they want to do, and you can just kind of bring out the potential in them if they're willing to work with you.
Ah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
hell
that.
yeah.
It's very awesome. Well, do you have any, plans on expanding upon on this game, or um, just next steps you intend to take with it, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I kind of left on the table that I would love to get to this game. I think that there are right now just two types of bots. There's one that's like kind of a jet. There's one that's like a wheel and it kind of spins. But I'd actually looked into Tales of the Tears of the Kingdom at all their different like little physics objects they have that you can put together. And I was like, I would love to make like a type of bot on based on like all these parts that you could just really play with it and like build all sorts of different devices in the game. So that's something I would love to add. It's just more of that content.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, that physics engine for Breath of Wild Tears of the Kingdom is immaculate. So I'd be insane physics to play around with. So
Yeah,
Heck
it
yeah.
was hard enough just to have like these two things.
I can
to really
imagine.
add.
Yeah. Just to have them walk on their own and things like that alone is such a feat. So amazing job. Amazing job.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing with us, guys. That was Bot Race Ranch. Hope you check it out. But yeah, thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing a little bit about your journey and your next steps. And we'll let you go. But thank you so much.
Thanks.